Well done. Now, staying on this floor, take a look inside the little office opposite the wooden staircase for part 3, the gin craze.
Gin first emerged in England in the early 17th century after it was brought back from Holland by English troops who fought alongside the Dutch in the 80 Years' War. They noticed its calming effects before battle, hence the term Dutch courage. By the end of the 17th century, it was the drink of choice in England, becoming highly fashionable after William, the Prince of Orange, Stadtholder of Holland, and the leader of the Dutch Republic invaded England at the invitation of the English Parliament. The Dutch fleet landed in Brixham in 1688, and William's army marched from Devon, making his first regal declaration in Russell's hometown of Newton Abbot, and on to London to claim the English throne as William III, with his wife Mary II, in an episode known as the Glorious Revolution. Under William III, who was the sworn enemy of Louis XIV, Britain was often at war with France, and at a time of conflict, gin provided a cheap and popular alternative to French brandy. The government encouraged the switch with legislation aimed at restricting brandy imports and encouraging gin production. Three Mills was purchased in 1727 by a partnership that included Peter Lefebvre and Daniel Bisson, Huguenot gentlemen, themselves descendants of French refugees who fled to England after 1685 when Louis XIV declared Protestantism illegal in France. With their collective experience, they built a large and successful gin distilling business, the Three Mills Distillery Company. By 1735, with the prohibition of brandy from France, gin had taken the place of ale and beer as the staple drink of the thirsty working class. The gin craze swept London with a virtual epidemic of extreme drunkenness, which through higher death rates has been cited as a factor behind the stabilisation of the city's previously growing population. Parliament passed 5 major acts in 1729, 1736, 1743, 1747 and 1751, all designed to bring gin consumption under control. The legacy of the gin craze still survives today in the negative reputation of gin in terms like gin joints to describe disreputable bars, gin soak to refer to drunks, and some very famous etchings by the English satirist William Hogarth.
Come quickly, there's trouble at the old mill.
You should now be in the small office. Thinking of another common term for British gin, can you spot anything around here that looks amiss?